Hi, Happy New Year. Ghita Andersen here. So today I want to talk to you about triggers and limiting beliefs. Now they go very much hand in hand. So a trigger is an emotion that comes up when somebody sort of interacts with us in a certain way. It's usually with somebody else, and sometimes it can be ourselves thinking about something or ruminating or something like that. But generally they are an emotion coming up, an uncomfortable one we don't like. It might be anger or shame or sadness or something like that. And you're starting to see a pattern. So underneath that is usually a limiting belief we have about ourselves or the world around us or other people. So they can only be annoying when they sort of reoccur over and over and they bring up sort of a negative kind of reaction. So then we usually want to get rid of them. If it's a positive reaction, obviously we don't want to get rid of it. So what's the number one thing that people come and see me about when it comes to something like NLP? Well, it might be something like shifting a limiting belief. So limiting beliefs can be very interesting. They can be anything from kind of like a self-doubt thought, like I'm not enough, to, all men are, cheaters or rotten. Or it could be some people are untrustworthy or something along those lines. It can be usually sort of comes down to something about, a feeling that we have about ourselves, like I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, nobody likes me, something along those lines. They're very common anyway. So anger management clients are often stuck in some sort of limiting belief that they have, and they get triggered by either co-workers or their partners or something like that, and it becomes problematic. So what do you want to do about it? Well, first of all, we would start with the emotion. So we start with the emotion. What's the emotion? And we have a little look at where it comes from. Where does it come from? Does it come from your family of origin? Does it come from sort of repeated sort of behaviors or things that have happened in your life? If we can't sort of find it unconsciously, then we will definitely have a little bit more of a deep dive and do some sort of regression work back to childhood, to the memories that we don't actually remember. This happens very often, actually, that we've kind of buried something to get on with our lives, and it's just still sitting there. I get a lot of people saying, Ghita, I've done so much work on myself, I can't believe that is still there. And I'm like, well, yeah, sometimes things are in layers. So we might sort of deal with one thing, but we've only sort of scratched the surface of that thing. And then, we've suddenly gone a little deeper and we've dived a little bit more further down to our shadow parts. And, we get more and more brave to deal with things little by little. So sometimes things can be layered. And then people go, oh, okay, that makes a bit more sense. Well, if you're ready to change, if you have got something that you've worked on and it's still kind of there, or, it's a bit annoying, or you sort of like think, now's the time to work on it, I've kind of pushed it aside for long enough, then definitely either give me a call or book in with me. You can even look at case studies on my websites, GhitaLife and GhitaAndersen.com. Okay, so there's lots of testimonials and case studies on these websites. And I also have a checklist for how to find your limiting beliefs. So that's really useful too. So I hope you have a really, really great new year, and it should be very productive. And hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.